Hello everyone, welcome to another one of my laid back flows. So the majority of this flow will be done lying on our back. For now, we'll start up just seated with our feet in front of us, hands around the knees. Take some neck rolls left to right, release some tension in the neck. So this flow is perfect if you've completed a more vigorous practice and want to cool down, give your body some love. It's also perfect if you have a 20-minute break in your day, you just want to relax, release some tension, especially if you have tension along your spine. This flow is perfect. So hold around the fronts of your knees and round out backwards, release between the shoulder blades. Inhale, open up towards the ceiling, and exhale, round back. Open up and round back. Eventually lie yourself all the way down on your mat. Reach your hands up high over your head and your legs out long below you. We'll take a couple full body stretches. So find as much length as you can. On the inhale, reach a little further. And as you let your air go, allow yourself to sink down, feel heavy into your mat. A couple more of those. Inhale, sip in a little more air, reach out a little longer. And exhale, sink down, let it go. Take some big cleansing breaths. So in through the nose, reach out, wiggle the fingers and the toes if that feels good. And out through the mouth. Go ahead and pull your knees not in towards your chest, but just bend them here and rock out easy from left to right. No need to take a huge twist to either side, just rock out a little. Your palms will come face down, hands to either side of you. And hold a little with your knees to the right and to the left. Go ahead and come to center and pull both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug here and rock the knees out left to right. Maybe you draw little circles with your knees, feeling your sacrum press strongly into the mat below you. And switch directions if you were taking circles. Feel your spine make complete contact with the mat here. We'll take hands to the tops of the knees and draw circles with the knees, but this time they come apart. So the knees come together into the chest, apart and open, take it back. So in, together, out, and around. Into the chest, and hold here. Open the knees wide to either side and bring them together. Open wide and together. Open the knees and close. Open and close. Take a few more of these. Continue to press down through the hands. However much pressure you hold here is how much your body gets out of the stretch. So hold with the knees wide and we'll rotate side to side. So press the left knee a little bit closer towards the ground. The right will come up a little. And then press the right. So once you get that little stretch, go ahead and rock out side to side. As you're rocking, begin to walk the hands up towards the ankles or maybe towards the insides of the feet or the toes. So we're working towards a happy baby here. So wherever your hands are, and don't be too hard on yourself here, especially if you didn't warm up beforehand. Pull your knees a little bit closer to either side, settling into your happy baby. And as you pull your ankles together, you'll round up, engage your core, round your forehead in towards your knees. So open happy baby. Lift the shoulders, lift the head, and close up. Happy baby. Lift and tuck. Happy baby. Lift and tuck. Happy baby. Maybe you take one more of those. Eventually lie down on your back. Bring the soles of your feet into touch and bring your hands to your ankles if they were up around your toes. So we're in a reclined butterfly here. Just find some movement, whatever feels good to you. I'm rocking out a little, pressing one foot towards the floor and then the other. Not too dramatic. Eventually hold in your butterfly. So take hands around the ankles and draw the soles of the feet to touch, or take hands around the feet. So keep your right hand where it is and bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot to open up for half happy baby. Your left foot's in happy baby and your right is in reclined butterfly. And we'll take the right hand to the inside of the right foot so that we can switch positions. So now the left foot will be coming in towards the butterfly position and the right foot will open up for happy baby. Go ahead and return the right foot to center. So both feet are in that butterfly with the hands on the insides of the feet. Then open both legs up for happy baby. And make this stretch a little dynamic. So pull into happy baby and return to the butterfly. So happy baby, and then bend the knees a little more. Take a few of these. And always a reminder, you can keep your hands around your ankles. Eventually hold in the happy baby a little bit longer to take a couple full breaths. If it feels good to rock out left to right, go ahead and do so if that feels okay on your back. And gently pull back to that reclined butterfly. Release the hands, pull knees into chest. And begin to take some big circles here, moving the opposite direction as we did earlier. So knees come together, press away from you, come out and towards you. Take a couple of those before you relax your feet down towards your mat, knees bent. Palms come down and hands to either side of you. So as you inhale, arch your back, press your tailbone down and back. And as you exhale, pull your tailbone, tuck it under. Inhale and arch, and exhale, round, pressing your low back into the mat. Arch, and round. Take one more of those. Once you find a comfortable spot in between those two positions, go ahead and walk your feet wide on your mat and allow your knees to fall in towards one another. This is an awesome position to relieve low back pain. Highly recommend it. Take some full breaths here. And keep your feet where they are. Allow your knees to fall over to the left and your head to turn to the right. Come through center and switch sides. Feet stay where they are. Knees fall over to the right side of your mat. And your head turns to the left. Take one more full breath here. Eventually pull your knees back to center. And if your hips shifted to either side, go ahead and center yourself off. Allow your low back to press down into the mat. Pick up your right foot for a reclined figure 4 stretch. So your right knee will be coming out. And pick up your left foot. So optional, but you can take your hands, thread them underneath your left thigh. If you like a little more, straighten through the left leg and reach up towards the ankle or the toe. This is a really big stretch here, so don't worry about straightening that top leg. If it's not in your practice, it'll come eventually. If you are straightening through the top leg though, don't let that stretch take away from the release in your back. Really try and pull your shoulders back and down along the mat so you aren't lifting your chest up off the floor. Go ahead and release your left foot down and cross your right leg tightly over your left. Press through your left foot to lift your hips up and set your left hip down in the middle. So this is a pretty intense twist. Drop your knees on over to your left side and allow your head to turn towards the right. Gently release that twist, come back to center and center your hips along your mat. We'll take the figure 4 stretch with the left leg over the right. So option to thread the hands below the right thigh. And if you straighten the right leg on the other side, go ahead and do so on this side. Taking whatever variation you did on the other side, make ourselves nice and even, although you may feel some differences from side to side. It's totally normal. Just be conscious of them. Breathing deeply here, in through the nose, out through the nose. Go ahead and release your right foot down to the mat and cross your left leg tightly over the right, picking your hips up and setting your right hip down along the midline of your mat. Shift your gaze to your left as your knees fall to your right for that big twist. Take 2 more full breaths here. Eventually bring yourself back to center, centering off your hips. Take a big stretch, arch and round in your spine, settling your tailbone down, your sacrum down, pressing into the mat. And find a nice comfortable position here. Take your feet wide and allow your knees to fall in towards one another. One hand will come to your heart and the other to your belly. When we take our hands in this position, it's very comforting. Just allow yourself to relax, surrender to the posture. If you'd like to take a variation for hip opening, take the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to go wide. And go ahead and switch the hand that's on your heart with the hand that's on your belly. Continue to breathe here. If the knees are wide, pull them in towards one another and lengthen out long along your mat. Eventually pull the right knee in towards your chest and take some circles, loosening up to the hip a little more. Pull the knee more out towards the right and over across the body to the left for a twist. It's an option to stay here. If you like a deeper twist and you warmed up a little beforehand, this is a fun one to try. So you can reach your left hand towards your right toe, extending the leg. And bend into your left knee, taking hold of it with your right hand. So big hamstring stretch across the top leg and quad stretch along the back. Take about 3 more full breaths here, breathing into whatever variation you chose. Gently release, return to center, and allow both legs to go long. Switching and pulling your left knee into your chest, take those rotations. And hold the left knee slightly more out to the left. Eventually bringing it across center for your twist. To take that same funky variation on this side, extend the left leg, reach for the toe, the ankle with your right hand. Bend into the right knee and take hold of that foot with your left hand. Gently bring yourself back to center, taking a big stretch and then pulling both knees into your chest. Release your toes to the floor and reach your hands up high over your head. I'm interlacing my fingers and pressing the palms up. And take a side bend. So move the feet a little to the left, the hands a little to the left, and then feet to the right, hands to the right. Take a stretch to the left and to the right. And then spread out in a big X shape here. So feet are wide, hands are wide. Cross the right ankle over the left and the right hand over the left. So we're taking a big bend in our body. The hips stay flat and the shoulders stay flat. And come right back out to the X and take the same stretch on the other side. So left ankle over the right, left hand meets the right. And bring yourself to center, setting up for your final Shavasana. Palms open and receptive towards the ceiling, feet wide on your mat, and allow your feet to fall out as they naturally do to either side. Take some deep breaths here. If you like more of a release along your back, you can take your feet wide on your mat and allow your knees to fall in towards one another as we've done earlier. Just find stillness. If you like a longer Shavasana, stay there. Or gently make your way onto one side of your body and rise back up to seated. Finding a comfortable seated position, drawing attention back to posture. Maybe you take a big roll in the shoulders. And I'd like to thank you all for showing up on your mat today and sharing this practice with me. It means so much when you leave your feedback and comments. I love reading through all of them. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.